El siguiente espacio es un programa pagado y las opiniones emitidas en el mismo no representan la opinión de CBBA Radio ni de sus patrocinadores.
Welcome to Your Health Naturally. I'm your host, Lilibeth Andre, a naturopath and pranic healer with Healthy Balance here in Houston, Texas. This program is to demystify alternative health practices, and I hope that you enjoy it. If you missed any of our past episodes, you can find it on our YouTube channel, and while you're there, please subscribe so you can be notified whenever we post new videos. Today, I present a spiritual master. He's a life coach, a Reiki master, psychic medium, chakra healer, and fairyologist. His name is Marco Oliver. Marco, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm actually here with Conversations with Spiritual People, which is our group. Shannon Ogg is with me.
Welcome, Shannon. Welcome. So we're going to talk about spiritual healing, but first let's talk a little bit about yourselves so that people can get to know you a little bit better.
Alrighty. About 3 years ago, I started working for the Edgar Cayce Center, where I met Shannon, and I was exposed to meditation, holistic living, and alternative healing therapies. Mm-hmm. From there, I was exposed to Reiki, and Shannon is my Reiki master teacher, but now we work together, so now we're in a partnership, and mm-hmm. we facilitate different workshops and classes, teaching people how to connect with their divine self or with spirit or with God, and empowering them with tools to have a more harmonious life.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Shannon, you have a very interesting story.
Yeah.
Go ahead and share it.
I've been doing natural healing or healing for over 30 years, so you know that I'm young.
Yeah, of course.
I've been trained, how I got into it was I was in the military and got out of the military and was having PTSD. And one day I was driving to go to the VA actually, and a rainstorm came and I had a car accident and went to the other side. And coming back, I got turned on with these gifts. These things in my world happens. I can see, feel, hear, taste, smell things. And Marco will tell you sometimes it gets kind of weird because I can taste things. Oh. And people try to tell me, "Oh, no, I didn't." Yes, you did. Because I tasted.
I can tell.
You can't lie. So I begin this journey, and one of my masters is Francis Garza, who is here in Houston, Texas. And that was one of my very first teachers. And I went on to meet one of Mrs. Takata's 21 masters that she initiated into the Sui Reiki, and I was trained by her. So my lineage or my training is very close to the original teachings. From there, Spirit kept guiding me and opened the doors, and I've been doing healing work for 30 years. I have doctors that refer to me, a psychologist. I have people from all over the place all over the world call me for doing healing work. But I teach people to tap into their self and look at their self and find it within them. And one of the things that when Marco came into my life, Spirit always put people into my life for different things. And Marco come in to learn because he was hiding himself because he wanted to be American. I call it that. He wanted to be, but he didn't want to speak his language, who his original language. He spoke it some with his family, but didn't do it enough. And so when I started working with him, he kept speaking to me in English, and I'm like, Marco, you can't do that. Not doing this healing work, you have to speak your language. And so now he understands it because if you pray in your language, whatever your language is, it resonates. It's a vibration. It's just like when we do our sound healings, And I use crystal bowls and working with people, and I do use rattles and drums, and it's very, the primal sounds that the indigenous people use. In my healing work, it's the same difference.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're resonating and finding your way, you're looking in that and you're vibrating your cells.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I work with you and you start finding your path, well, your path has always been in front of you. It's never been anywhere else but in front of you. And so as we started working together and started creating, when we come up with conversation with spiritual people, because we wanted a place for people to come and be able to ask the question. And there's no place just to come and ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
But once you ask the question, the answer is always there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because you cannot formulate a question without already knowing the answer. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's not universally, it can't do that.
Right.
So the universe just plays it out for you
Mm-hmm.
and shows you what it is. So as we've been walking this path and creating and generating and growing, because every day I have to look at myself and say, wow, thank you. Give me the upgrades,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, sometimes the upgrades are not pretty. And no, but we're human. We're here to have this experience, and this is the moment that I'm in, and I'm walking in it right here.
Mm-hmm.
And so when the angels come in and work with me, or the masters, or if I'm working with somebody and I'm looking, I call it spirit walking, because I don't know any other way to call it, because I'm walking with your soul.
Uh-huh.
I'm walking with you. I take you by your hand and we walk this path together, and I'm looking and I'm seeing, and I'm like, wow, I can see that in your soul. I can feel you. Like, she's feeling me. She feels my energy going up, and she's going, ooh, wait. But when I walk that path with somebody and I start connecting, I see people's ancestors. They come up and talk to me, and they'll tell me and show me the way, and we start working. And I've had people that's been to therapy for 30 years and shows up in my world, and it takes me 30 minutes to get them to have their breakthrough.
To help them, yes.
But
Yes.
they needed to have that 30-year of therapy to get them to that moment,
Mm-hmm.
because they needed to have that experience. And so we work in a way, either apart or together, and especially when we work together, we're doing some really big work with someone. And especially when we work with kids. We love working with kids.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are so fun.
More
We
open, I imagine.
Oh yeah, because they'll say what's on their mind and they don't care.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Whereas as adults, we hold and
We
hide.
hold back
Yeah.
because we don't want to be foolish.
Right. But being your authentic self and
Mhm.
showing up and being present in this moment. If you want to learn how to heal yourself, that is the most important thing. Really ask what is, and be in this is with it, because nothing else matters.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is very interesting, because we're not used to that.
No,
We
you're not.
want someone else to fix us when something's wrong.
Yeah, that's called responsibility.
Yeah, we want somebody else to take the responsibility.
That's
But
correct.
here, and I will tell somebody that they'll come and they'll say, "Well, my mom did this." I can tell you a whole story about my mom
Mhm.
and my childhood and the way it was. But when I come to look at it and wait a minute, my mom is doing her own dance and she's having a great time, and I'm the only one over here going, "Oh, I can't believe."
Mhm.
Until I had to look at myself and, wow, wait a minute. Even if she came and said, "Son, forgive me,"
Mhm.
what would change in me? And I had to look at that inside of me and go, wait a minute. I still have to change myself.
Right.
I have to choose to change. She's not going to change. They're not going to change. I had to take responsibility inside of me to change it. So what I do with someone is start facilitating that space with them, to hold the space. I don't heal anybody.
Mhm.
I hold the space and walk with you so you can see that journey.
Mhm.
So you can take responsibility. And that is the most powerful place you can be, because God gave us all that gift.
Mhm.
And it's right there. It's inside of us. We just got to look at it. Just turn our eyes that way.
Right.
Inwards.
Right. One of the things that we talk about a lot is how the natural healing practices, the holistic practices, are complementary to what other people may be working with.
Oh, yes.
How does that play with the type of work that you both do? Say I'm working with a nutritionist on anorexia issue.
Oh, yeah.
and I come in,
But that's-
how will they work together?
Well, we have a Rolodex of practitioners or professionals that you could say Western medicine people, or nutritionists, psychologists, doctors, different things that we work with. What happens with me, sometimes they will send their clients to me because they can't figure out what's going on. So what I do is start looking at it. But if I'm working with somebody that has a bunch of emotional issues, yeah, they need to see their therapist because they need to talk. I'm about energy. I'm about looking at it, and we're having the breakthrough. Even somebody that has anorexia and diet issues and things, weight issues. So what I do is go in and start looking with it. But they still have to be responsible. And I start looking and understanding why. It's like following the thread, and we start following the thread. So it does work so well, because if I can shift your energy, you're going to get it.
Healing happens.
Healing happens. And then you take it on as it becomes like a natural thing. It's not a job. It's not a, oh my God, somebody's making me do it. No, because you get to see how beautiful you are.
A natural consequence.
I don't care. Look at my crazy hat I'm wearing, and we wear crazy stuff just on purpose, because if you're seeing that hat, you're not seeing me. It's like I tell Marco, I'm the candle. I'm the little bitty tea light candle in the room that's lit in the darkness. And really, if you can only see the darkness, but you don't see how bright that candle's burning.
Obvious, right?
Yes.
We don't see that.
No.
Because we're used to going into our same habits.
That's right. That's the belief systems. And I mean, we can do a whole show
Being a belief system, which is...
and in natural healing, and I want to go to talk about going to Peru, because we went to Peru last year and we're going back this year, because there everybody is connected. All the food is connected, everything is connected, and you're just walking. And the shaman, actually, he's going to be coming here in next week.
March
week.
16th through the 20th, Don Eduardo.
Don
that's
Eduardo
great.
will be here in Houston, and so he's one of our teachers. He has initiated us. But going there and getting connected, and they're really connected. You see these guys walk up the side of these mountains, and I mean, you look down like this, and I mean, it's 1,500 feet down there, and they're just going along like it's everyday thing. Like that's nothing. And so learning how to be connected here, not here,
Right.
here.
And do you think it's more of a natural habit there because it's more present?
Because we don't have this computers, they don't have any of this stuff. They still live in the same traditional ways the Inca are living in that way. They still do. And so they still stay connected. They still keep their traditions.
Okay. Well, let's take a commercial break and we'll be right back.
¿No renovaste tu DACA? ¿Pensaste que no tenías opciones? No dejes de seguir siendo un soñador. Ven y renueva tu permiso de acción diferida ya. Haz tu cita gratis al 713-228-3030. Te ayudamos con tu trámite de DACA antes que haya una apelación por parte del presidente. Contamos con plan de pagos. Llámanos ya al 713-228-3030. La primer cita siempre es gratis.
Yo soy Cristóbal Galindo, el abogado de la raza. No te preocupes, yo te voy a ayudar.
¿Personas detenidas en un centro de detención buscando salir bajo fianza? No te preocupes, las oficinas del abogado Cristóbal Galindo cuentan con personal calificado para defenderte. También contamos con trámites para tu asilo político, procedimiento de remoción y deportación. Si has sido víctima de algún crimen, has sufrido violencia doméstica por un ciudadano americano residente permanente, entonces llámanos ya al 713-228-3030. 713-228-3030. Tu consulta será gratis.
Hey, welcome back to Your Health Naturally. We're here visiting with Mark Oliver and Shannon Ogg. We're talking about natural healing, we're talking about spiritual healing, and the way that you can make it a part of your daily life. So, you have an event coming up.
Yes, actually we were mentioning that Don Eduardo is going to be here the 16th of March through the 20th. On Monday the 19th, he's going to be doing a despacho, which is, it's an offering.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very powerful healing prayer. People do it for family, for love, for abundance, and honoring Pachamama, Mother Earth, giving thanks to the elements. It's a very, very powerful ceremony.
Eduardo is one of the ambassadors for the Incan lineage, and his lineage is traced back for over 1,000 years. He can trace it back, and a despacho is part of that thing. And in his tradition, there's three things they do. They throw the coca leaves, which is fortune telling. They do hands-on healing, and then they do the despacho as a blessing or a cleansing for
gathering.
For the healing, yeah. And then they do the monai, which if you ever watch the Celestine Prophecy, that's what they're talking about, actually. And he will be doing if you come that night, he will be doing the fifth rite. He'll initiate you to the fifth rite, which is the feminine energy, which is the receiving energy. So you got to be able to receive, because we as Americans, we don't receive. We don't. We're too afraid of it, because oh my God, if we open up and be vulnerable, that's
That could be scary.
So the 19th, it starts at 7.
And it's $30 INI or reciprocity.
Okay.
And it'll be located at 2951 Washington Drive, Houston, Texas 77038, which is at Nuevo Amanecer Nutrición y Terapias.
So do people have to register ahead of time? Or?
Yes.
I would recommend, because every time he comes, it gets booked. A lot of people come to visit him from outside of Texas. So if you're interested, you can go to our website. It's cwsp4444.com.
Okay, and do people have to have special preparation? What should they bring?
No,
How should they
themselves.
dress?
Just bring your intention.
Okay.
You know, whatever you want to plant, planting your seed of intention.
Okay, great. We've got an image here with more information there.
Yes.
That's great. So this is going to be very interesting. So fast coming up on the 19th, on Monday, at this location.
If you want to experience love and connectedness, this little man is about that big.
It's tiny, but powerful
Powerful.
energy.
He is so beautiful, and he's colorful, and he's just amazing.
He embodies unconditional love and joy. He laughs. He makes you feel so happy being around him. It's contagious.
Very,
Yes.
very full of energy. Well, this is very interesting. So what more can we suggest for folks? I think you offer classes there on a regular basis, right?
Yes,
Is that
yes, we
correct?
do. I actually teach yoga on Mondays at 9:30 in the morning, and then on Thursday evenings, it's yoga and meditation. We also teach angelic Reiki together. We'll have the dates. All of our events are listed on our website, so you
Okay.
could always follow us there.
Yeah.
And then this Sunday, we're going to be doing an ordained minister. So we're ministers ourselves. We facilitate a lot of spiritual ceremonies and gatherings, drum circles, and
Weddings.
a lot of beautiful ceremonies. So this Sunday at 4 p.m., if you're interested in becoming an ordained minister, you get a certificate for ordained minister, spiritual healer, and earth steward. And that's good for your whole lifetime. For those of you that are holistic practitioners or practice energy medicine.
How
Even,
interesting.
we've ordained doctors because of the laws, how the private and professional, because holding a professional license. But if you're in the private sector, there's some rules there that you really should be a ordained minister to protect yourself. And it just kind of makes it a lot more easier to work. Because I'm a massage therapist, but I also do healing. So those are two different things, and you
Correct.
need to be able to separate the two
Very
and be
interesting.
protected in that way. And yes, on Sunday we have that. We have our third Wednesday of the month,
Which is
coming up.
our regular group every third Wednesday of the month. We have conversations with spiritual people. It's a guided meditation. And then we open it up for any discussion and topics for people to ask the question.
Any question, and we never know what's going to happen.
And that's
The answer will come.
Healing may happen, whatever happened. We love to do group healings. We're going to start doing those some more. People host us in their home. If you're interested, you can get on our website and email us, and we'll come to wherever in the United States, Mexico, anywhere.
We travel.
All over the place.
That's great.
We're going to Colorado. We're going to be teaching angelic Reiki there, 1 and 2, up in the mountains. It's so awesome.
Very nice.
Eduardo's
Austin.
going to be there. We're going to be in Austin doing a despacho with Eduardo there. I also do healing and stuff in Austin area. We just go everywhere.
Everywhere.
There's so many things that we do. It's so much easier. Just go on our website, sign up for our newsletter, and if you want us to come to your place, we are happy to do it.
Fantastic.
We love giving talks, and we love to do something called Spirit Walk, like I said, and it's a group healing for 1 or 40, 50 people at a time. We will do it. Everybody has an experience, and it's amazing.
It sounds very exciting. Well, I want to thank you both for
Thank
being
you so
at the
much
program
for
today.
having us here.
Thank you for coming, and maybe we can find another opportunity to get together. I think that would be very exciting.
We would love that.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining us. I want to remind you that our past episodes are available on our YouTube channel. If you got the information for Marco and Shannon, go ahead and contact them. If not, you can always send us a communication here, and we'll be glad to put you in touch with them. You can reach us here at CBBA, or you can reach us at Healthy Balance 2017 on Facebook. Be sure to register while you're on our YouTube channel, and as a subscriber, you'll be notified of our new postings. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next week. Great.
Awesome.
El siguiente espacio es un programa pagado y las opiniones emitidas en el mismo no representan la opinión de CBBA Radio ni de sus patrocinadores. El programa anterior fue un programa pagado y las opiniones emitidas en el mismo no representan la opinión de CBBA Radio ni de sus patrocinadores.